It was born for the racetrack, but what if destiny had written a different script? What if Ferrari, instead of aiming for Formula One glory, decided to unleash its fiercest beast on dirt, gravel, and snow? This is the story of a car that never existed. A fantasy forged in carbon fiber, speed, and untamed imagination. The Ferrari Enzo WRC, the rally monster Ferrari never built. 1. The birth of the Enzo, a supercar with racing blood. The year was 2002. Ferrari unleashed a weapon that would redefine the word supercar. Named after the company's founder, Enzo Ferrari, this machine wasn't built for compromise. The Ferrari Enzo came from a racing bloodline, Formula One tech under its sculpted skin. A 6.0-liter naturally aspirated V12 screaming to 8,200 RPM. 660 horsepower. 0 to 60 in just 3.1 seconds. Top speed? 218 miles per hour. Its carbon fiber monocoque was radical. Its nose, inspired by F1. Its rear? A rolling sculpture of fire and fury. But the Enzo was made for tarmac. 4 circuits. 4 pristine perfection. Rallying? That was never part of the plan. Or was it? Chapter 2, The Rally World, a playground of dirt and danger. Let's shift gears. The World Rally Championship, WRC, was chaos tamed by precision. It wasn't about clean laps. It was about adapting to ever-changing terrain. Gravel. Snow. Tarmac. Mud. Ice. Legends like the Subaru Impreza, Mitsubishi Evo, and Audi Quattro tore up forests and mountainsides. The WRC demanded durability. Insane suspension travel. Razor-sharp reaction time. It was motorsport's wild frontier. And Ferrari? They never went there. Why? Because rallying didn't align with Ferrari's image. Sleek, elegant, controlled. But what if it did? What if Ferrari took all their engineering brilliance and unleashed it into the dirt? 3. Reimagining the impossible, the Ferrari Enzo WRC. Now imagine this. Take that Formula One-inspired chassis. Raise the ride height. Reinforce the suspension with rally-spec long-travel dampers. Widen the fenders. Add massive mud flaps. Fit it with World Rally Championship gravel tires. Reprogram the traction control for loose terrain. Retune the V12 for low-end torque, because dirt demands instant bite. Install a roll cage, fire suppression system, and rally telemetry. The result? A snarling, fire-breathing Enzo that's no longer scared of dirt. Visualize it ripping through Finland's forests at 140 km per hour. Slicing between trees, V12 echoing like thunder in the valleys. Sliding through Monte Carlo's icy switchbacks, four-wheel drifts at impossible angles. It's the Enzo. But it's also something far more primal. 4. The what-if legacy, why it never happened. Why didn't Ferrari do it? Simple. Brand identity. Ferrari had always aimed upward, towards Formula One, Le Mans, and GT racing. Rallying was seen as a rugged, almost rebellious domain. Not elegant enough. Not Ferrari enough. But rallying wasn't about elegance, it was about emotion. Instinct. Survival. Ferrari's refusal left a void in motorsport history. The Enzo WRC would have shattered expectations. It could have been the wildest rally car ever built. A unicorn of performance, style, and pure madness. Instead, it remains only a vision. One that the fans never stopped dreaming of. 5. The rise of fan creations, Enzo WRC in the digital age. Enter the digital revolution. In forums, 3D renders, and simulation mods, enthusiasts built the Enzo WRC themselves. With pixel-perfect detail, creators transformed the Enzo into an off-road monster. Gamers dropped it into dirt rally and WRC generations, sliding sideways through Swedish snow stages. Artists envisioned liveries, red with white rally stripes, yellow fog lights piercing through misty forests. A Ferrari, caked in mud, airborne over a crest. The online world gave the Enzo WRC a life it never had. And it went viral. Because deep down, we all wanted to see the stallion let loose on the wild roads. Chapter 6, Specs of the Hypothetical, What the Enzo WRC could have been. Let's break it down. Hypothetical Enzo WRC specs. Engine, 6.0L naturally aspirated V12, retuned for torque. Power, 620 HP, optimized for rally stage delivery. Drivetrain, AWD conversion with active torque vectoring. Suspension, rebuilt rally-spec long travel dampers. Wheels, 15-inch gravel-specific rally wheels. Tires, Pirelli WRC spec, custom Enzo fit. Weight, ~1 350 kg with roll cage. Transmission, sequential manual gearbox with paddle shifters. Electronics, custom rally ECU, GPS telemetry, anti-lag for instant throttle. This wouldn't just be fast. It'd be terrifyingly capable. The most exotic rally weapon to ever touch gravel. 7. Ferrari in rally? A brief history of missed chances. Did Ferrari ever rally? Actually, yes. In the 1970s, Ferrari experimented with rallying the 308 GTB. But it was short-lived. The factory never fully committed. Lancia, Ferrari's cousin within the Fiat group, carried the torch with the Stratos, powered by a Ferrari V6. So, indirectly, Ferrari's DNA did make it to the forest stages. But never again. The Enzo could have revived that legacy with brutal elegance. A rally car with the soul of Maranello. 8. Alternate history, if Ferrari entered the 2004 WRC season. Let's play a game of alternate history. Imagine Ferrari announcing its entry into the 2004 WRC season. The motorsport world would have stopped breathing. Sebastian Loeb, Petter Solberg, Marcus Grönholm, all lining up. And in comes Ferrari, with the Enzo WRC. Red suits. Yellow prancing horse on the doors. V12 symphony screaming through the Welsh forests. Imagine the headlines. Ferrari breaks WRC with Enzo-based rally monster. Rallying will never be the same. And maybe, just maybe, they win. 1 rally. 2. A full championship? The fairy tale we never got. 9. The Enzo's real legacy, pure emotion, timeless desire. Despite never going off-road, the Ferrari Enzo remains legendary. It wasn't just a car. It was emotion in motion. Designed to challenge the world's best, without fear or apology. The Enzo WRC never made it to production. But its idea still ignites the imagination of petrolheads worldwide. Because it represents what Ferrari could have been, if they had broken the rules. 10. The obsession, why the Enzo WRC captivates us. What is it about the Enzo WRC that grips the imagination? It's the forbidden fruit of the car world. We're obsessed because it's something we were never allowed to see. It breaks the mold of what a Ferrari is supposed to be. Not polished. Not poised. But raw, roaring, and rugged. The Enzo WRC is the symbol of rebellion in the automotive world. A luxury supercar in the mud, going head-to-head with turbocharged monsters built for brutality. And the contrast is addictive. 11. Concept to chaos, imagining the build in real life. Let's take this idea out of the digital world. Could you actually build an Enzo WRC? Technically, yes. Practically? Nearly impossible. You'd need one of only 400 Enzos ever built, already valued at over $3 million. Custom fabricated suspension arms and subframes. A complete drivetrain conversion to AWD. Reinforced chassis without compromising weight distribution. Custom rally ECU mapping, drivetrain cooling systems, and torque modulation. Just finding someone willing to modify an Enzo to this extent would be like hunting for unicorns. But in theory, with enough resources and courage, it's possible. Would Ferrari approve? Never. Would enthusiasts lose their minds? Absolutely. 12. Enzo WRC vs. The Rally Legends, a dream matchup. Let's enter fantasy territory. Picture a head-to-head rally stage with the Titans. Ferrari Enzo WRC. Subaru Impreza WRC. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution WRC. Ford Focus RS WRC. Toyota Celica GT4. The Enzo lines up, exhaust crackling, V12 grumbling like distant thunder. The flag drops. Through the forest, the Ferrari fights to control its immense power. The lighter, AWD rally legends glide through curves with surgical precision. But the Enzo? It devours the straights, launches over crests, roars louder than anything on course. In this fictional race, it's not about winning. It's about the show. And nothing puts on a better show than a Ferrari doing what it's not supposed to. 13. Alternate universe, Ferrari's secret rally division. Let's imagine an alternate reality. Ferrari, tired of F1 politics, secretly forms a rally division in the early 2000s. It's called Scuderia Terra Rossa, the Red Earth Squad. Deep in the hills of Italy, they test prototypes. One of them? Project EWRC. Built from the Enzo platform, it undergoes wild transformations. Prototypes crash. Engines explode. Suspensions buckle. But one survives. Nicknamed Illinois Mostro Rosso, the Red Monster. It gets ready for debut at Rally Finland. But the world never sees it. Because Ferrari pulls the plug at the last minute. The car is locked away. Forgotten. Lost to time. Until one day, someone finds it. 14. The cost of madness, what it would take to build one today. Let's get practical. Let's say you're a billionaire. You have an Enzo. You want to build the Enzo WRC. Here's what you're looking at. Donor Enzo, $3 to $5 million. Custom rally suspension, $250,000. AWD conversion, $400,000 minimum. Rally-ready electronics and interior strip, $100,000. Carbon body mod and aero kit, $300,000. Testing, tuning, and safety certs, $500,000 plus. That's a $4.5 to $6 million rally build. It's the ultimate form of automotive insanity. And only the truly obsessed would ever attempt it. 15. Fan-made films, mods, and digital resurrection. While Ferrari won't touch this fantasy, fans haven't let it die. YouTubers and 3D artists have brought the Enzo WRC to life, virtually. In ultra-realistic car games, 4K renders, and fan-made concept trailers. Gamers drift it through snow in Assetto Corsa. Modders release rally versions with realistic physics. The Enzo WRC has found a new life. Not in Maranello's factory, but in the minds and desktops of creators around the world. Ferrari never gave us the WRC monster. So we built it ourselves. 16. The sound of a storm, reimagining the Enzo WRC's roar. What would it sound like? Picture a 12-cylinder engine howling through a pine forest. Anti-lag popping like fireworks. Downshifts crackling with fury. A banshee scream interrupted by turbo hiss and the crunch of gravel under wheels. The Enzo WRC wouldn't whisper. It would scream defiance. The sound would be unmistakable, a V12 echoing through the woods like a war cry. One listen, and the world would know. Ferrari was in the forest. 17. Design meets destruction, styling the Rally Enzo. This wouldn't be just a mechanically different car. It'd be a visual beast. Add to that signature Ferrari shape. Wide over fenders and rally aero. Mud-caked paint with high-contrast decals. LED rally light pods up front. Vented hood for cooling. Raised ride height. Reinforced underbody panels. Roof scoop feeding the stripped interior. It's still an Enzo. But angrier. Hungrier. Wilder. An Enzo built not for attention, but for action. 18. The ultimate what-if in automotive history. When car fans talk about dreams, some speak of the McLaren F1 Elm. Others talk about the Bugatti Chiron Per Sport. But the Enzo WRC? It's the greatest car that never existed. It represents rebellion against boundaries. Against brands playing it safe. Against the fear of imagination. It's a middle finger to automotive predictability. It dares to ask, what if beauty could get dirty? 19. Enzo WRC versus nature, power meets the wild. No pit lanes. No mechanics waiting with tire warmers. Just cliffs, snowbanks, tree lines, and the unknown. This is the wild. And in the wild, the Enzo WRC becomes something else. It's not about lap times here. It's about surviving the terrain, trusting the grip, and letting the V12 scream through forests that don't forgive. Would it be overkill? Yes. Would it be glorious? Absolutely. Seeing an Enzo powersliding around a mountain trail in the Alps is the kind of chaos every gearhead secretly dreams of. 20. The rally livery that could have been. Every legendary rally car had its livery. Martini stripes. Rothmans blues. Marlboro reds. Now picture the Enzo WRC. Rosso Corsa paint, slashed with streaks of white and black carbon. A matte black hood to reduce glare. The yellow Scuderia Ferrari shield on each fender. Pirelli and Shell logos flanking the doors. Number 27, paying tribute to Gilles Villeneuve. Not for show. For war. It's not just a car. It's a visual weapon. 21, the pit crew behind the beast. Even rally monsters need a support squad. For the Enzo WRC, you'd need a team of engineers trained in both supercar aerodynamics and dirt stage chaos. Imagine Ferrari's finest collaborating with rally veterans from M Sport or ProDrive. Custom telemetry tools. High-speed tire swaps in 30 seconds. Reinforced carbon skid plates installed between stages. Tuning V12 response based on altitude, weather, and grip. A team behind the dream. Silent heroes in jumpsuits, working in the mud, keeping the legend alive. 22. The one-off build, what if someone dared to do it? Somewhere in the world. A wealthy collector. An ex-Ferrari engineer. A rally-obsessed designer. And a vision. What if someone actually did it? Took an Enzo. Rebuilt it from the ground up. Created the one and only Enzo WRC. The internet would explode. Ferrari purists would cry sacrilege. The rest of the world? They'd watch in awe. We live in a world where crazy things happen. This could be one of them. 23. Enzo WRC in pop culture, the myth grows. Imagine it popping up in films and games. Gran Turismo 8 Rally Legends Pack. Fast and Furious, Off-Road, featuring the Enzo WRC jumping off a canyon. Top Gear, Ultimate What-If Cars, where Clarkson gets muddy in Maranello's mistake. The Enzo WRC could become more than a build. It could become a myth. A symbol of speed and rebellion. Like Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. But red, loud, and absolutely insane. 24. The Ferrari WRC legacy that never was. If Ferrari had gone to WRC, they might have built not one, but a series of rally weapons. Enzo WRC, flagship. 360 WRC, lightweight variant. 612 Scaglietti Safari, long-distance rally tourer. FF Cross WRC, AWD Tour de Force. Imagine a Ferrari rally dynasty. Italy versus Japan versus Germany, on dirt, snow, and tarmac. The rivalry? Legendary. The story? Epic. But alas, it never happened. 25. The Enzo WRC in motion, a day in the life of the beast. Let's ride shotgun for a moment. You strap in. The cockpit is stripped to carbon and metal. The co-driver calls out notes. Left 4 into crest, jump maybe, 150, tight right 3. You grip the steering wheel. The tires claw the dirt. The V12 roars. Gravel blasts the fenders. The trees blur. You brake late. Slide sideways. Catch it. Power out. In this moment, the Ferrari Enzo WRC isn't just fantasy. It's alive. And you're inside it. 26. Engineering the impossible, Ferrari tech meets WRC demands. The biggest challenge? Making Ferrari's ultra-delicate racing tech survive a rally stage. F1-style cooling meets snowdrifts. Carbon ceramic brakes meet mud. Low-slung aero meets jumps. A high-revving V12 meets tight, twisty technical stages. Engineers would need to reimagine everything. Adaptive skid plates. Heated engine bays. Adjustable dampers. Custom software blending Ferrari tech with WRC data systems. It would be the most expensive, most complex rally car in history. And it would be worth every dollar. Chapter 27. What Ferrari could learn from WRC. Here's the irony. Ferrari could benefit from rally tech. WRC teaches resilience. It teaches adaptability. It's about winning everywhere, not just on Sunday at Monaco. Imagine Ferrari applying rally suspension logic to road cars. Imagine Ferrari crossovers with WRC-inspired AWD torque vectoring. Imagine emotion and durability combined. Maybe, just maybe, the WRC would have made Ferrari better. 28. The Enzo Safari, a real-life off-road Ferrari? Not a joke. This did happen. A few brave souls have created Safari-style Ferraris. 308 GTBs with knobby tires. 456 with roof racks and lifted suspensions. Even modern Portofinos turned into Safari monsters. This shows it's not impossible. The Enzo Safari? It could be done. Maranello might not approve, but car culture would thank them. 29. The soundtrack of a dream, music, mud, and madness. Every great story has a score. Imagine the cinematic soundtrack to the Enzo WRC story. Slow piano over snowy Scandinavian trails. Aggressive synthwave as the Enzo jumps in slow motion. Heartbeat-style drums as it slaloms through fog. Full orchestral crescendo as it takes the checkered flag in a fantasy final rally. The Enzo WRC doesn't just sound good, it's music in motion. 30. Final Fantasy, one last stage in the Ferrari Enzo WRC. One last stage. Midnight. Monte Carlo. Snow falling. The Enzo sits at the start line. Headlights cut the darkness. You rev the engine. The crowd watches in awe. Green light. Go. You rocket forward. The car dances on the edge. You nail the apex. Slide through a hairpin. Fly over a crest. And as you cross the line, time fades. The world stops. For one moment, you lived the dream. Conclusion, a legend forged in fiction, but felt in the soul. The Ferrari Enzo WRC is more than a car that never existed. It's a symbol of what could be, of what should be, of what happens when imagination meets speed. Ferrari didn't build it, but we did. In our minds, in our art, in our digital playgrounds. And that's the beauty of it. Because sometimes, the cars that don't exist are the ones that drive us the farthest.